all the stuff in Colin Kaepernick. Once they did the lawsuit and once they settled the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. From then on, I said, look, if he wants to play football again, somebody give him a chance to play football again. All these fake setups of a camp that the NFL is apparently trying to set up, and then him not going to it, to me, it's like two bitter lovers are fighting back and forth in it. The only thing I found intriguing about it was what Jay-Z had to say about it. Jay-Z said him not to show up was kind of bad on his part. And from what I'm gathering from it, Jay-Z was a big part in the reason why they were trying to do this workout for him. Mm-hmm. What it came across as me is that Jay-Z was like, hey, why don't we, in good faith, but since he's like the head of something now for the NFL, why don't we, in good faith, set up a workout for Colin so teams can come and see him. And I think because of Colin not showing up and the stuff that happened, I think Jay-Z took it personal because he was the one that went out of his way to get the NFL to set it up. That's just what I'm taking from it, just from seeing what Jay-Z said and everything. But really, I don't care anymore. It's become, I'm more interested in what are they going to do about people swinging helmets at people.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I'm more interested in that stuff now than I am with what is going to happen with Colin Kaepernick. Should he have a job? Yes. Should he be playing somewhere? I've seen some of the backup quarterbacks. They need to be having him playing because most of them suck. So, yeah, he should have a job. But he needs to learn, man. There's certain things. They're looking at every single small detailed things that he do. From what shirts he wears when he shows up to these things and everything. That's his priority. You know where I stand on him kneeling and everything.
Yeah.
It's just become a big, gigantic headache. But I think a lot of it was Jay-Z got upset because he was the main one that went out of his way to try to get it set up. And then for him to no-show and do the stuff he did during it kind of got on Jay-Z's nerve.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess the whole thing about the waiver and then it was not as clear as it was, but like I said, it's just a mess. And even when me and Kevin did this show a few weeks ago, I said, well, why do the workout now on a Saturday when you got the college football and all the scouts is at the college football games and everything?
Well, you're hurt. I mean, people are going to show up for it.
Yeah.
The thing was going to have 28 teams represented there, and. Really, do you need a scout to go see a guy that's played in the NFL for years?
Yeah.
No, you don't need it. Because, one, he's going to be throwing against air. You already know he can still throw a football.
Yeah.
So that's irrelevant. The things you need to go is he in shape? Is he still clear-headed? Mm-hmm. And could he still run an NFL offense? That's the things you need to know. And you're not going to find that out by a workout.
Yeah.
You're going to find out by having meetings with him, sitting him down, and running him through stuff. That's the only way you're going to find it out.
Right.
And with him going away from the NFL thing that they were setting up, which would have had interviews and all that stuff so they could sit there and talk to him about playbooks and things like that, with him not going to that completely took all that out of the window. Out of the window. All he did was get to go throw against air.
Yeah. I guess he just, the thing with the waiver.
Against air.
I guess the thing with the waiver, he didn't want them to control the narrative and stuff like that. So from that point, I get it. That where, they show him clips like, well, hey, look at this receiver he got. I guess he wanted to control the narrative. But at the same time, they kind of did set this up for you. And you did it within an hour notice and then you change up like that. When you knew that it was going to be going on the whole week. That way the NFL has a gripe as well, too. But
the whole thing's a little just suspect to me.
Yeah. I mean, all this stuff is going on and stuff.
But I think Jay had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, but then again, I think Jay-Z must be trying to become an owner too. I think that's a motive too.
Oh yeah, but I think Jay-Z had a lot to do with him getting this. Period. Because if he wouldn't been there, I don't see this happen.
Yeah.
If somebody's breathing in their ear going, hey, why don't we give him a showcase? Because whenever have you heard of anybody getting the showcase in the middle of an NFL season to come and try out.
Never, man.
When you heard it?
I haven't. At least if it happened anytime soon, I don't remember an incident when this happened. So,
if they were dead serious about him doing it, you know what they would have done? They would have had it during the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
They would have been like, "Look, dude, you want your chance to come back? We'll set up a day where you come to the Combine, you throw, and you sit down and talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That way, every single team is there, and you have the eyeballs of every single team on you."
Listen,
That's exactly what I would have done.
Hey, I'm one of them guys that root for a team that needs a quarterback. So I mean, I wouldn't mind Kaepernick, but I just know how, when you sign a quarterback of this magnitude and the news and the distraction they bring can split fan bases and stuff like that. So it's really like a slippery slope with Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
I support him, but then you might got some fans that might support him, and then it just can get ugly between fan bases.
But as far as a football thing wise goes, let him go. If he really wants to play, let him go to the Combine, do that stuff, let him show out. Then he gets to talk to everybody behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say what you said at your workout. Hey, y'all scared of me or what? No, man. Don't. You don't want a job if you're doing that kind of stuff.
Mm.
If you come out and you're abrasive and everything like that, then you don't want a job.
Gotcha.
You were clear and good to go on what you got with that settlement. If you come out and you be abrasive and everything like that.
Mm. All right. I know you say you want to talk about this whole helmet thing, and I know Myles Garrett went to go try to get this appealed, his indefinite suspension, but that was upheld after the review. But the Pouncey suspension has been reduced from 3 games to 2. Your whole thoughts about this whole incident in general, man. Just this whole Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph.
Man, I said the only reason that he should have hit dude in the head with a helmet was if he called him the N-word. That's what I think.
And you don't know what's said in that huddle. I mean, you see Rudolph trying to rip his helmet off and stuff like that. I don't excuse with no one getting hit with a helmet. I'm sure you don't either. But you don't know what was said. Like Kevin said, you just don't know what was said to this man.
Tell me 1 second.
1 second.
Yep. That's why I say you try to figure out what's going on with the suspension, and you just see that when you see someone swinging a helmet at you, that's just not an everyday thing. I know Myles Garrett has his incidents before where he's been suspended for stuff like this, his inappropriate behavior. But now that you see this going on with the whole incident with Mason Rudolph, and they're still waiting on suspension for him, and see what is going to happen with that situation. I just think that there had to be a call for the reaction.
The whole thing. I want to know what made you so mad that you were like, I'm going to try to take his head off with his own helmet.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know, because somehow and this even came out, I think it came out today, that somebody said he did say the N-word, and that his Mason Rudolph, and they said that his teammates literally came up to him and said, did you say anything like that for him to react like that? They said, because the only way we're going to have your back is if you didn't. He said, because if you said something like that, then we're not going to have your back anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And Mason came out and said, no, I didn't say anything like that. And so they're saying, we're taking him at his word that he didn't say anything like that. So, because that's the only thing I thought of. When I seen it, I said, ooh, he called him the N-word and he got blasted by a helmet. Because that was my first reaction to it when I saw it.
Yeah.
I said, ooh, you done called that guy? Ooh.
Yeah. That's what you think. Like, he must have said something that really got on his skin, and it must have been the ugly N-word that he must have said to him and to get him all united.
But it was, first off, Myles shouldn't have done what he did, taking him to the ground.
Yep.
The ball was already gone. It was a late hit.
Yeah.
Mason got mad about it. It looked like Mason's hand got stuck in the face mask.
And
almost.
grabbing.
And And then with Miles wouldn't give off on him, it looked like he was just trying to pull his helmet off, which was a stupid reaction.
Well, you see a picture too where he's grabbing his groin area as well.
The reactions lead to this. If you react the way you're supposed to when you get knocked down, even if it was a late hit, the only thing you should have done was try to get him off of you and not try to grab his helmet. As soon as you went for his helmet. But then, Miles, you know good and well, you cannot grab a quarterback by the face mask and snatch him up off the ground.
Yes.
Make him up by his head. He snatched him up by his face mask, pulled his helmet off. Now, my question is, why did them big old white boys or Pepsi from Pittsburgh get in his way before the swing happened? I know that he was standing in the middle of them, but what somebody should have done was grab Mason and say, hey, you about to get killed. Back up and go to the sideline. But then Mason, doing his idiotic thing, go running up on somebody, that was stupid on its own part.
It's a big guy, man. Miles Garrett's a big guy. I just know.
That whole situation was nothing but stupidity on everybody's part.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph's been suspended a game, but man, you cannot swing a helmet at somebody's head. I don't care what happens. You cannot try to blatantly take somebody's head off with a helmet. Because if he would have hit him with any other part of that helmet than what he hit him with, he would have killed him.
Yes.
He could have killed that man if he hit him with the crown or the side of that helmet. Luckily, he hit him with the hole.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It could have ended badder than what happened. So
all it took was one twist of that helmet, and Mason Rudolph would have had a caved-in skull. Because you already saw how hard it hit him, and his neck just go.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, wow, ooh. Because at first I'm like, Miles Garrett's an idiot. I said, what is he doing? Now I think I'm like, what did he say? Just like you said. That's
the first thing to go to your head. What did he say to piss him off to make him hit you in the head with a helmet? Yeah. But I'm like, but then my other reaction is, I'm sorry, nobody's going to say anything to make me try to kill them on a football field with a helmet. Swinging the helmet was the worst part of this whole thing. Everything was bad, but the worst part was swinging the helmet, and that's why everybody is looking at the helmet swing. Mind you, I don't think Mason Rudolph is in the clear whatsoever. He should have got suspended as well. But the worst part was swinging a helmet. Another idiot coming up and hitting Mason Rudolph after everything was over. Other guy's like, F you, little man. That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
When he couldn't swing on him no more, he started kicking him in the head. That's that Polk County coming out in him.
Oh, man. I said, hey. But I'm glad that's kind of been taken care of. But, yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's that Lakeland stuff coming out in that boy.
Yeah. Hey. Well, he is. I think he's a year older than me, and I played. I know Auburndale played against the Lakeland Dreadnoughts, and they were hard to run against. So, yeah.
Both of them were on that team, weren't they?
Yeah, they're not fun to play against, man.
They're still not fun to play against.
Yeah.
John's nephew goes to Lakeland now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, John's nephew, our buddy Johnny, was on the podcast a lot in our early years. His nephew plays for Lakeland and is being recruited by a whole bunch of good schools.
Wow. See, man, that's the thing. When you play, at least, and you probably can say this because you played basketball in high school. When you play like high school sports, you already can tell who's going to go, like, they got a chance to go pro. Just when you play against them. Like, that's
what going to be good. Yeah, you can tell who's going to be good. Our school really didn't have nobody that stood out. Mm-hmm. That you're going to be like, this dude's going to go a long way. This dude's going to go a long way. You always had those guys that were good. But when when I was in school, it was a lot different than even when you were in school, because we